and it usually takes just a second or more. Usually I'm talking and staring, and we're live, and I don't know it yet because it's a blank screen for me right now. All right, it looks like we are good to go, my friend. All right, guys, hey, welcome back to the TED Show with Ted Bogert. Very excited to have a wonderful friend, a magical friend, Keith Kong on the show today. Welcome, Keith. How you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. I love what you do, and I love who you are, and it's fun to watch you work your magic in a crowd, or to be on the receiving end of it. So I'm gonna share this really fast, and now I'm 1,000% focused. All right, there we go. That's the weird part about this whole process.
Right.
So for the people who don't know you, tell them a little bit about you.
Sure. So my name is Keith Kong, and I'm a mentalist, which is basically a professional mind reader. I go around the world and entertain audiences at after dinner events or even cocktail parties, private parties. And I also help businesses sort of think outside the box, which is something I'll tell you a little bit more about later. I have a few things to show you which are right behind me. So first off, I have a prediction that you can see hanging from a clip here.
I see it.
Even further back, there's a playing card that's taped to the wall. So those will come in handy a little later on. But
I didn't know we were going to be all magical today. I like it. Did you always have this gift or this ability or this desire?
I started on my 11th birthday and then have just been going at it ever since then and made it something that I do full time. So
you always engage the audience. I love to watch you. I think people are, I know I am amazed every single time you are at an event and I see you do what you do. And I'm like, how did that happen? You know, it's almost, and nobody wants to read my mind, that's for sure. But it's certainly, it's really a cool thing that you do. And I love that you apply it to business, which we'll talk about. So I'm going to let you, since I don't know where you want to go, since you have all the things behind you, I'm going to let you go and tell me what we're doing next and what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So I asked you to bring a book to this. Do you have a book with you?
And I do.
I don't know what this book is. That's completely random, right? We're going to do a couple of predictions. That's what I have behind me. I've made a couple of predictions. One of them will apply to you, and the other is more random. So we'll start with a random one, and that's just going to involve some playing cards, which you can see. Oops, spread it like this. You can see they're all different playing cards here.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you make the decisions with what we do. So we'll give the deck a quick cut, and I'll make about 2 even piles here. So this is my right. I'm not sure if it's showing reversed or anything, but my right over here and left here. Which would you like me to get rid of? We're going to narrow it down systematically. Would you like to eliminate the right or the left?
I'd like to eliminate the left.
Eliminate the left. So that
dramatic in the flair. Very good.
That's the left. So we'll split them again. Now we have right, left. Which would you like to eliminate?
Let's eliminate the left again.
Left again. Right. Down to a couple more. Right or left?
Let's do right this time.
Eliminate the right.
Yes. Eliminate the right.
There goes the right. Couple more cards here. If you had to, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Which would you like from there?
Let's do 3.
3. This one here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what just happened is we've systematically eliminated cards one at a time until we got down to this one here, right? And we can see that these all would have been different, but the card that you narrowed down to is the King of Diamonds. Now, I said that there was a card on the wall here since the beginning. It's actually a jumbo card.
Every time, man. I don't know how you do that. And I get nervous for you when you do it, even though I mean, you don't show any nervousness whatsoever. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to be the one guy that would mess things up. That's amazing. I mean, we
Thank
didn't
you.
have, guys, I have to tell you, we had no conversations except he asked me if I had a book nearby. That's literally the only thing we talked about today.
And
That's
that book,
awesome. What
was,
process do you go through for that? Just really quick.
yeah, so I'm glad you asked. Because I'm going to talk about that. I'll give you a little bit now, but I'll talk about this really in depth at something that I'm pretty proud of. We've just put this together, myself and a bunch of other speakers and presenters, and it's going to be a virtual convention. So you see a lot of businesses reaching out and doing free things to help people because of the pandemic. And one thing that I haven't really seen is an entire convention. So this isn't just a free webinar. This is 2 straight days of back-to-back speakers giving you amazing content completely free for entrepreneurs that want to learn how to survive in the COVID era. And the topic that I'll be speaking on is how to do impossible things in your business. So the idea is what you've just seen shouldn't be possible. Every night I get on stage and I do things that should be impossible. I'm going to walk you through the creative process to how I get from impossible to making these things happen and how you can apply it to your own business as well.
I love that idea. I think that people right now, especially, are hungry for because they're feeling like it's kind of an impossible situation. The unknown obviously makes people very uncomfortable. And so I think any kind of tools that you can do, because it's all going to feel like it's impossible when it turns on. I think we're all going to be in this, what is happening? Do we take any of the cool lessons we learned from being sequestered, or do we just run for it and hope for the best? I think people are really trying to figure that out.
And I think that right now it comes down to two things that you could really be doing. Either you could do one or the other, or both, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm combining the two. But one of those things is pivoting, looking at ways that you can pivot your business to adapt for the current situation. The other thing that you can do is work on your business opposed to just in your business. So this is a great time to look at your CRM and go through all of that. Look at the systems that you have in place. Think of your client journey and the way that you interact with them from the point of prospecting all the way through the entire event. So those are the two areas that I would focus on. And then in the convention during my session, I'll talk more specifically about certain systems and things like that. For instance, in that convention, you'll see I'll do a demonstration where I'll put tons of random letters on a board and I'll ask, how long do you think it would take you to memorize this? And people will say a couple hours all the way to never. Like, I'll never do it. It's impossible. And in the next couple of seconds, everyone in the room will be able to do it. And I'll show you the systems that we use for that.
What a cool concept to do a convention like that. And I'm wondering, what do you think is this going to impact your business? Do you think it's going to change the way you do business? Because you travel, you do a lot of events. Is it going to change the way it's going to open up any doors for you?
Well, it's sort of pivoting as well. So while I'm working on my business, I also have to keep a stream of income. So I'm just looking at other ways that I could provide value to people. And for instance, memory is a great example of this. People always want to improve their memories, not just for the sake of it, but also because of the practical uses. For instance, when you remember people, they remember you. They feel a sense of importance and like, oh, he remembered me. It's just a nice thing. And you want them to remember you. So why not remember them? To help with that, I came out with an ebook. It's called the Mini Manual of Memory Methods, and it just launched yesterday. But it's
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. And it's another thing that I'm really proud of. And of course, it's on sale on my website, kongmentalist.com. That's another stream of income for me, but it's also a great way to provide value to people. I'll show you how to memorize long lists of words, even random playing card sequences. And more importantly, I think, is I'll not only show you how to memorize things, but I'll show you why these techniques work and how you can apply them to your own business to make your presentations and your conversations more memorable for your own clients.
Love it.
So, yeah, so I'm pivoting as well. This is definitely affecting me just like any other business.
Well, I love that you've thought up something while you're pivoting that will help people make the pivot. Like they'll be able to, anything that you can bring added value or added talent or added something that's going to put you ahead of the game from where you were before is a positive. If you can bring up the level of your presentation, or even if you can begin doing presentations, a lot of people are figuring that out in the Zoom era, that they can actually communicate with people and not have to be afraid of it. I think that's really cool that you're doing it and then showing people how to do it.
Thanks. I just basically thought of what are the ways that I could provide value right now and still make money from it. I think it's part of ethical sales. I don't want to create a product just for the sake of products. I want to do things that people are going to get solid use out of. So just helping businesses, even helping people at home that are just bored and need entertainment. I do virtual shows now. So the things that you're seeing here, mind reading through the screen, predictions through the screen. And if anyone's bored at home, they can't afford a virtual show, they just want some entertainment. I've been creating more content for my YouTube channel as well. So that's Kong Mentalist on YouTube now.
So cool. All right. So what else do you have in store for me or us?
Yeah. Okay. So here's the last one as far as the mind reading goes. You have a book on you. I don't even know what this book is, right?
No, you do not. You do not.
Okay. Go ahead and hold it up just so we see how many pages is in that book, would you say?
You want me to put it on the screen?
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. It's a thick book.
How thick? Maybe 300, 400 pages? 300 pages or so?
I'm going to look right now. Not page. Oh, yes, it is. It's actually about 150, 200.
Okay, so smaller, but still, the amount of pages, the amount of words on each page, it'd be crazy to just sort of narrow it down to one. So that's what we're going to do. I want you to take that book and open it to any page. This could be a random page, or it could be a page that you feel drawn to. Don't let the camera see. Just go ahead and open that book right now to any page. Then let me know once you have a page.
I'm old. I have to hold it out here. What page is that? Hold on just a second, folks. This is what happens when you get old. You have to actually have a flashlight to help you. Okay, I got it.
Okay. And I want you to narrow it down, or just kind of let your eyes dance up and down that page until you settle on one word, one random word on this page.
Wow. Wow, that is so interesting. I actually have to be able to read it, Keith, so bear with me. I have to hold it out here.
No problem.
All right, I got it.
Okay, what is it?
You want the word?
Yeah, what is the word?
Energetic.
Energetic. And you said it's about 200 pages in this book?
Yes.
You chose any page, and then how many pages would you say are on each, or how many words would you say are on each page?
I would say there's a couple hundred, right? Is that what a page has? Yeah.
So the chances, because I told you earlier that I made a prediction. I showed it to you. I didn't show it to you, but I showed it here in plain sight, clip to this. Yes?
Yes, you did.
The chances of this saying energetic, a randomly discovered word there, very slim.
How the hell did you do that? Jesus. Every time I'm surprised, and I don't know why, because you are so good at what you do. I literally haven't read this book yet. It was a gift I just got, And that's the first book I thought of. I went out to the living room to pull it. I haven't even read it. I don't even know what the book's about. Wow. That's amazing. That's really, I mean, it's really amazing. I'm flabbergasted. Sarah, are you not flabbergasted all the time? I would be.
Yes.
That's Sarah in the background, by the way, Sarah Farmer. Yeah, every single time. I'm just amazed at that. The fact that you could pull that word out is insane, really. I mean, that's a gift, man. You're good at what you do. You know, when you make me speechless, that's a scary little thought process right there. All right, did we get through the mind reading? Or I have to have a little bit more of my White Claw to handle that last one.
You have White Claw as well.
Oh yes, I have.
And both of us with our brand.
Oh yes, with our little promo cups. I need a promo. Oh look, yes, very nice. I got the second pack, the variety pack that has the lemon and my favorite, which is the tangerine in it.
I just tried the tangerine yesterday. It's
so good.
It's really good. And the watermelon.
Yes, the watermelon. That's my favorite little pack other than black cherry. All right, so tell us, is there anything left, or can I ask you my last question? I ask everybody. I'm still flabbergasted. I'm certainly energetic right now.
Yeah, let me just tell you a little bit more about that convention. That's
Please.
For any entrepreneur listening, anybody that wants to help their business, or even just someone that wants to be more productive, more creative, and have systems in place to be more efficient. Then on May 1st and 2nd, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. It's going to be myself. We have Manish Bakshi, who's a speaker as well. He's been on the show. Kevin Elliott will be here from Sandler Sales Training, which is amazing, talking about lies that salespeople believe in times of crisis. I'll be doing my impossible things tutorial, of course, how to do impossible things yourself in your own business. We have someone coming to speak about podcasts. We have someone speaking on finances. We have the owner of, what is this company called? I always get the first, Metropolitan Strategies. I always go for Metropolis. It's Metropolitan Strategies. He'll be coming on to talk about resilience, basically. He made some really smart moves in 2008, and he's going to talk about branding and how you can strategize. So if you're interested in that, then I would say find me on Facebook and shoot me a request there. Go to Keith Kong Mentalist, that's the page, and there'll be more information. It's a private group, so just request access. And on the day of the event, we'll have one speaker after another going live. You'll get to ask them questions completely free.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so Keith, I tagged you personally, but I'll go back in and tag, and when you share the show, make sure you go back in and edit and put Keith Kong Mentalist page so that they can reference that. I mean, I'm still flabbergasted. One day I have to get you and Sarah on the show. We'll do a couple show, what it's like being with a mind reader. All right, so what are you doing? Last question, what are you doing personally to stay creative, to stay positive? Because I think a lot of people are looking for different tools. What are you doing?
I've never been more productive. You know, a lot of people are just kind of hanging around and stuff, but it's at some point this is going to end. Business is going to return to some kind of normalcy. And at that point, I don't want to be like, oh my God, things are starting again. I have to do this and get this in place. When things go back, I want to hit the ground running. So I like pen and paper, old style. I have to-do lists all over, just working on extra content for YouTube and Instagram, and then writing ebooks, seeing how I can adapt. And that, I know you said aside from the business personally, but really that's the majority of the time. And I enjoy it.
That's awesome. All right. Keith Kong, you're always amazing and always so awesome to have on the show. I love that you were able to do this remotely, because you've done it. I've had it done before in person and on the show next to me, but never remotely for sure. That was amazing, and you're amazing. So thank you for coming on the show and giving your insight. Guys, If you want to go to a really great, inspirational, motivational, how to do the impossible in your business kind of convention, make sure you reach out to Keith Kong Mentalist. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate you guys so much. That was amazing.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you later. Thanks, guys.